You wake up very early in the morning. You can see him doing traffic reports on Cron. Give it up for the funny Drew Harmon.
Yay! Yes, it's true. I am occasionally on Cron 4. Does anyone watch Cron 4? Yeah. That's pretty much our ratings right there, about 1%. So thank you, you dedicated people who either can't afford cable or whatever it is. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. But I am on TV occasionally, and when you get on TV, even like part-time, when you're just a fill-in guy, you keep waiting for someone to recognize you, because it's an ego thing. If it was an ego thing, you'd stay the hell on radio. But when you're on TV, you wait for the first time that someone's going to recognize you. And I moved to San Francisco, and I kept waiting after I'd been on TV a couple of times, and no one recognized me. And then I finally got it. And let me tell you about the first time that I was ever recognized in San Francisco. Standing at a streetcar stop, waiting, minding my own business, and a guy in a tiny beat-up rusted hatchback rolls down his window, sticks his head out, and says, "Fuck you, Cron." That's the first time I ever got recognized. And you think, well, maybe I should find another line of work. But I did it a couple more times, and you keep waiting for the nice one. And so I was standing outside a bar with some friends smoking a cigarette, and some guy comes up, says, "Hey, aren't you on Cron?" And he said in kind of this cheerful manner, like, "Yeah, I'm totally on Cron." He goes, "Oh, you're a fat loser." Man, what do I gotta do? So after a while you start to learn. I'm sitting at a bar, and I'm waiting to do stand-up, and some guy's sitting at the bar with me, and he's like, "I know you from somewhere." Like, "No, you don't." "I'm sure of it." And he keeps saying, "No, I know you from somewhere. Where is it?" And I keep deflecting. Finally he's like, "Wait, aren't you on Cron?" "Yeah." Here's the nicest interaction I've ever had from being on TV. He picks his drink up and says, "Oh," and walks away from me. That's the nicest interaction I've ever had from being on TV. And that's why I'm here. But at least, someone's giving me the awe. But we get to share my heart song, and we share the jokes. The best thing that anybody has ever said to me recently was, "Hey, you know who's a big giant nerd? The other guys on my fantasy baseball league." That's kind of like saying, "You know who's a big geek? The other guys in my Dungeons and Dragons game." Jimmy showed up with a level 12 battle troll and a little figurine, and he painted the battle tunic purple. Purple! Everyone knows only a level 15 battle troll can wear the purple tunic. Nerd! Hey, you know who's a big giant gay? My boyfriend. The other day, he's fucking me in the ass, or as I like to call it, making love. And he tries to give me a reach around. I'm like, "Whoa, queer bait. Let's focus on the job at hand. You repeatedly pounding my asshole with your big throbbing member. Bag." Recently, I hurt my back. Segway! That's how we do it in the pros. I hurt my back. As you can tell, I'm big into lifting. But I hurt my back, just threw it out. And so I went to the doctor, because that's what you do when you got insurance, when you're in the big time. You go to the doctor. That's where I went. Cron 4, yeah. So I go to the doctor, and I know it's coming at some point. I'm just waiting for it. He's going to say, "You need to lose some weight. You need to lose some weight." I know what's going on here and here, but when you go to a doctor, it's so humiliating to wait for it. But he doesn't say it. He does some stretches, he gives me some advice, then he tells me, like, "Here's some prescriptions," and then he doesn't say anything. I'm like, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. But that is, he's closing the door. I think everything's over. He's closing the door. It's swinging shut. His head pops right back in. "By the way, you can stand to lose some weight." And the door slams shut. And he flitters off down the hallway. That is just wrong. I don't know many people who've gone to medical school, but I've never heard about Coward 101. For a $15 copay, you don't have to give me the drive-by fatty. Say it to my face. And besides, you're going to keep that prescription pad open. We can talk, bum cakes. You gotta work out some stress, let's do it. You're one motherfucker away from me having medical marijuana. Good times. Sometimes people are just too sexy, right? Sometimes people are just too hot, like me. But I'll tell you who's too sexy for me. Antonio Banderas. Right? Antonio Banderas. This guy is so hot. I saw him as a commercial. All he is doing is the voice of a cartoon bee. That's it. The voice of a cartoon bee. And he's talking about nasal decongestion. Thinking, I want to fuck that bee. And I'm not gay. And I'm only kind of a Latino man.